50% of runners get injured at least once a year. That's a lot of injuries. And if you're a beginner or a novice runner, that number is even higher. Now, if you understand the graph that I will show you in this video, you will not only get why beginners are more prone to injuries than experienced runners, you will also understand what not to do if you want to stay injury-free. Let's get into it. Now let's check out the graph. The x-axis is time and the y-axis is stress. By stress, I mean mechanical stress. When you are running, the tendons, muscles, bones, and tissues in your body have to endure a certain amount of stress with every impact. As this impact accumulates with every step that you take, it creates microfractures and weakens your tissues. You watching this video right now, your body has a limit of how much stress it can endure before it starts rebelling. If you cross that line, your body will send you a message to stop. So we call this line the injury line. The green line represents the minimum stress required to create adaptations in your body. So going for a walk, despite all the great benefits that it brings, does not make your body more ready to endure the mechanical stress caused by a marathon. And finally, the blue line is the mechanical stress that you put your body under every day. If you go for a run, boom, the stress levels spike. Beginner's mistake. Early in the video, I said that the most prone to running injuries are beginners and novice runners. Why is that? In today's world, most of us live a very sedentary lifestyle. We get up in the morning, have breakfast, drive to work, where we sit at our desks all day, and get back in the evening where we want to relax, have a drink, and Netflix. Can you relate? Because I can. So for most of us, those mechanical stress levels are quite low, and so are our adaptation and injury lines. Now summer's around the corner and you decide to get fit. So instead of watching Netflix in the evening, you start going on some runs. Now, as you're running, your mechanical stress levels spike and your body has no idea what's happening because your body is simply not used to run. So chances are you get injured, okay? And that's why beginners get much more injuries than experienced runners. And the no pain, no gain mentality that you get from social media definitely doesn't help. The 10% rule. For this exact reason, there is a rule that's very known in the running community. I love this rule. It's the 10% rule. Very simple. It says that you can't increase your weekly mileage over 10% week after week. That will make sure that your mechanical stress levels go up slowly but surely and you don't overdo it and you don't get injured. In fact, if I look at my running data over the past months and years, I can really see when I put my body under a lot of stress and where injuries might flare up. All right, marathon training. So let's stick with my example because I am in fact training for a marathon right now. As you can imagine, the mechanical stress caused by running full out for like 3 hours on pavement is very high. So it's about right up there. So if I want to run this marathon and train for it without risking injuries, I need to get my injury line above this point. Now, how do I do that? The more time I'm going to spend in the adaptation zone, the more I'm going to push that injury line up. Okay, so the blue line is basically the precursor for adaptation, which is the precursor for the injury line. Now, you may ask yourself, how do I know that I'm not crossing the injury line? And that's a very good question. In fact, that's why very good runners usually have a running coach who follows, your training and recovery patterns to make sure you don't cross that line. But I have 2 tips for you, 2 recommendations if you don't have a running coach that make sure that you don't cross that line. Okay, so the first one is just using data. We all have, Strava, Runtastic, any app does it. You can just make sure you don't increase your mileage more than 10% each week. And this goes already a long way. And the second tip is listening to your body. Learn how to read your body, how to listen to your body. And a great way to start is to take, 1 minute in the morning to just do like a mental check on your body. Do you feel any pain somewhere? How are your knees doing? Do some basic movements, some basic stretching, and just try to understand how you're feeling. Many of us today, we kind of lose our relationship with our body. And if you're training for a running event, a race, it's very important that you get that relationship really close and intimate, okay? I actually did another video about recovery and stress patterns that I'll just link above here right now. All right, so finally, to conclude this video, I just want to point out why, we hear a lot in the running community, consistency is king. And I think what I've been talking about in this video is the primary reason why consistency is so important. Even if you're not running to improve your VO2 max, going on a fast tempo run or like a very long run to improve your stamina or your mental strength, even if you're just going for a 4-kilometer run that's going to take you 30 minutes and you're not improving your VO2 max, you're not improving your stamina, you help your body keep those stress levels at a certain point that allow you to go on a long run next weekend or a tempo run next week. Okay, so the benefits of going on consistent runs, you can't see them. Like for runners, the tip of the iceberg is your performance. How fast can you run a 5K? How long can you run? But under the surface of the water is your mechanical stress levels of your body. And all those little runs, those short runs that you take on a daily basis make up that huge bulk of the iceberg that you can't see under the surface. I hope this video helped. If you want to know more about how to reduce your mechanical stress levels on your daily runs, you can watch this video I made about cadence. Consider smashing that like and subscribe button for more content like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.